right, today, folks, we have as our guest world-class, internationally renowned homeboy jazz pianist, composer, arranger, Cedar Walton. Hello, Cedar.
Hello, Roger.
How have you been, man?
Oh, fine.
Um, I understand you've just recently moved back to New York.
Yes, I had divided my time since 1988 between great city of Los Angeles, California, and I had a good tenure out there, so to speak, and I recently moved back to New York February of the year 2000, so almost a year
Hmm.
to the day, a little over a year I've been back, exclusively in New York. Prior to that, I was uh,
Bi-coastal.
so to speak.
Yeah. Well, I guess this might be good then. Let's talk about some of the things you did in those years that you were in Los Angeles, and I don't know how many, with
it
seven,
was
eight,
it was between from '88, so from '88 to 2000 would be
12
12.
years. Woo.
Hmm.
I didn't realize it was that long, but
Right. Yeah, I did it for several reasons, not all musical, but it just worked out just as if I had planned it, Roger. I was able to do the gigs with Milt Jackson, who we had become soulmates, so to speak, musically anyway. And his worthy constituent, Mr. Ray Brown of bass fame, lived in that area, and we would, and Mr. Higgins, of course, Willie Higgins, who's everybody's constituent, was located in the area, and we got together whenever Milt came out, and we played the California West Coast, West Coast of the United States, I should say, including California, and we also made several trips to Japan and toured over there. So it made it convenient for that grouping. We made some recordings, both in Los Angeles and in live in Japan.
well, actually, I thought when you first told me back then, when you first moved to Los Angeles, when you told me you were moving there, knowing about your writing, the writing side of your talent, I thought that perhaps you were going to get into film scoring and that sort of thing. That was just in the back of my mind. You never actually told me that, but that's just kind of I thought that that may have something to do with the move.
Yeah, no, I never even looked in that direction. I had occasion to meet a few people who seem to be immersed in that world of cinematic music adaptation, etc. But I was Benny Golson for one, J.J. Johnson, to name just two, had been very successful. Not to mention Quincy Jones in that area, and numerous other people who are not as well known. I noticed in most of I'm a big fan of films, and I noticed that at least 85% of the films I saw when it said music done by, it was somebody I hadn't heard of. So that either meant that they were very great music, because the music sounded okay,
Yeah.
but it just that there were people unknown. So that almost made me slightly suspicious of the industry of hiring people. So they could, with the understanding that the people would probably make a name for themselves doing this, but which still has nothing to do with my decision to avoid them, because I was just too busy doing what I do.
Right.
I
Yeah.
just kept going, and I didn't notice any of the other of my affiliations out there were deeply on any level involved in the movie industry, such as the members, gentlemen I named previously, Mr. Brown, Mr. Higgins, and Mr. Jackson. And of course, there was Teddy Edwards. Whenever we, as I recall now that you mentioned, who were on board when saxophone was needed. Red Holloway sometimes was used.
Ralph Moore too, I think.
Ralph Moore, that was after me. But anyway, yeah, Ray certainly used him.
No, no, no. I mean Ralph
Oh,
Moore.
What was
made an album with Eastern.
Yeah,
You made one of
right.
the Eastern Rebellion albums.
Yeah, exactly. That was prior to my move to California.
I
Yeah.
see. You were still living in New York at that time.
Yeah, I think so. Come to think of it, yeah, no, you're right. The Ralph was still living back east. I was in the West at that time. You're quite right, Roger, as you usually are.
Yeah, no. I just know it because it's a very good album,
Yeah,
which
that's one of my favorites.
in my collection. And
Simple Pleasure there.
And-
But the renewal of the reunion, so to speak, of the Eastern Rebellion included Ralph Moore, and we had been looking for a saxophonist for a number of years to fit a real who would be very comfortable in that setting, and Ralph turned out to be the one.
yeah, I like his playing very much, and I can hear the similarities between Ralph Moore and Clifford Jordan
Yes.
and the Hank Mobley, Sonny Rollins, all of that I can hear in his playing.
Right.
So I guess he would be a
Very
good
talented gentleman who happens to have been born in London. We met his mother when we played over there, and his father was in the military, as I recall, and his father resides in Los Angeles.
Oh,
We
okay.
met him.
So his father's an American who
Yes.
was just stationed in London.
But I don't.
Is that the way it was?
I'm guessing that he was
Yeah.
stationed in London. Yeah.
Okay, I see.
But I know his mother is definitely English.
English, yeah.
And we met her. Had been a professional dancer, and she was a very interesting person to meet when we played there. More than a couple of times in the group. We've been playing. As a matter of fact, I've been playing at Ronnie Scott's in London since 1975. So I just celebrated my 25th year playing there last year.
So the Ronnie Scott's Club is still open, although Ronnie Scott is no longer with us, right?
No, Ronnie Scott passed away. That's right, in a couple of years ago.
Yeah, well, you mentioned that you did some things while you were on the West Coast, some frequent trips, I might add, to Japan. Were they festivals? Were you playing
Yes.
nightclubs, or you have regular places you played year after year, or
Well, each year was different, a different itinerary, different cities. But basically, with the Ray Brown, Mill Jackson configuration, they were halls in these different leading cities. I would say didn't have to be leading cities: Nagoya, Kyoto, Osaka, as well as Tokyo, and numerous other places which I don't remember the names of, but there's so many beautiful cities in Japan, and they're all very organized and all very systematic. And their whole
Yeah.
culture is systematic. It's amazing compared to Americans. I mean,
well, would you
Americans
say?
have good things about them too. We have good things about us too in America. But Japan is definitely one way. I always like to make the comparison to American playing basketball. I mean, in America, if we're playing basketball and I decide to pass the ball to you and somebody's guarding you, I'll pass it to somebody else. But the Japanese will still pass it to you because he can't say he can't. He doesn't. They don't have that in their concept of life. Like to improvise.
I see.
Mhm.
You mentioned.
With a few exceptions, of course.
Yeah, you mentioned to me some years ago that the Japanese are very analytical, and that at one time they had said that only one person in 1,000 even professes to like jazz. Was that a Japanese person that told you that, or did you get that from somewhere else? I've quoted you on that a number of times.
You mean
I don't know if I've misquoted you.
You mean one?
You know, in other words,
Japan?
no,
Oh,
just
on Earth.
yeah, worldwide. that jazz its relative popularity compared to other forms of music. You once told me, and I thought that you had gotten this from some Japanese source, that only one person in 1,000 even professes to be interested in jazz.
That's a very amusing comment, I must say.
Well, you made it.